So hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about WHO, that is World Health Organization. And I hope you are aware that after Donald Trump came to power as the president of United States of America, he has decided to take a lot of decisions. And one of the decisions is that he has decided that USA will withdraw from WHO, that is World Health Organization. And one of the decisions is that, okay, so we'll be discussing this in detail today. And because since it is in the news, so of course, they can ask questions about WHO and all in detail. So that is why we are going to discuss. So if I'm audible, visible, everything is fine, please write yes in the comments so that we can start our session. I think everything is okay. Please write yes. Is everything fine? Am I audible, visible, everything is fine? So let us begin. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग क्या करेंगे? So we will first understand WHO in detail. So सबसे पहले we will discuss about World Health Organization because it remains in news a lot of time, especially during COVID-19. It was in the news. So COVID के टाइम पर काफी ज्यादा न्यूज में था. But generally भी WHO अक्सर न्यूज में रहता है. So you can say very repeatedly, actually WHO comes in the news. And if you are reading newspapers, editorials, I'm sure you must have come across it. So that is why we will be discussing about WHO in detail. So let us begin with the first question of the day. So the first question is in front of you. Please read the question and then answer me. So the first question says the World Health Organization is a specialized agency of United Nations. देखो ये सब कीवर्ड मैं आपको बताऊंगा मैं क्यों हाईलाइट कर रहा हूँ. There is a reason behind it. It is a specialized agency of United Nations responsible for global public health. It is headquartered in where? France, Paris, New York, USA, Copenhagen, Denmark, Geneva, Switzerland. What is the right answer to this question? क्या सही जवाब है? And here's the building, the main headquarter of WHO. Yes, very good. Arjnur Kaur, you are right. The right answer is option D. Geneva, Switzerland is the right answer to this question. ठीक है, तो इनका जो मेन हेडक्वार्टर है वो है जेनेवा, स्विट्जरलैंड. अच्छा, स्विट्जरलैंड की कैपिटल क्या है बता सकते हो? कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज द कैपिटल ऑफ स्विट्जरलैंड? So let me show. So here is India. This is, I hope you are aware, Europe. ठीक है. So Europe में, if you will zoom, here is France. This is actually Switzerland. And let me zoom it further. So ये फ्रांस हो गया इधर का, ऊपर जर्मनी है. Here is Austria. This is Italy, है ना? Italy का शहर जैसे मिलान है, वेनिस है. These all are Italy cities. And this one is actually Switzerland. ठीक है. तो स्विट्जरलैंड में एक्चुअली एकदम वेस्ट में, ऑलमोस्ट बॉर्डर ऑफ फ्रांस पे यहाँ पे आपको जगह मिलेगी जेनेवा. ठीक है. एंड आई होप यू आर अवेयर. हाँ, स्विट्जरलैंड की कैपिटल इज बर्न. यस, अश्नूर कौर, नताशा, यू आर राइट. हाँ, मेन कैपिटल बर्न है, कंसिडर किया जाता है. ठीक है. Okay, now so basically here the Geneva is famous for being having a headquarter of a lot of organization, WHO, WTO, WMO. You'll find a lot of agencies being headquartered, United Nations agencies being headquartered in Geneva. ठीक है. यहाँ पर एक और बहुत Lausanne is the judicial center. Yes, Natasha, very good. हाँ. So यहाँ पर एक Zurich भी, आपने इसका भी नाम सुना होगा, I'm sure, है ना? यहाँ पर Lausanne है. These are prominent cities of स्विट्जरलैंड. ठीक है. अच्छा, सो बेसिकली दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड बी नोइंग. मैं एक एग्जाम का क्वेश्चन देख रहा था एंड दे हैड आस्क्ड अबाउट दिस लोगो ऑफ WHO पे क्वेश्चन आया था एक जगह, स्पेशली व्हेन COVID-19 वाज इन द न्यूज़. दिस वाज इन द न्यूज़ कि व्हाट इज द लोगो ऑफ और WHO. तो अगर आप गौर से देखोगे तो यूएन का जो लोगो है, दिस इज द यूएन लोगो. उसके ऊपर में एक रॉड है ऐसा और उस पर सांप. सो दिस इज स्नेक एंड अ रॉड. स्नेक एक्चुअली ऑन द रॉड, है ना? एंड रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग ऑन द बिहाइंड इज एक्चुअली यूनाइटेड नेशंस लोगो. ठीक है. सो दिस वाज आल्सो आस्क्ड इन सम एग्जाम एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई हैव डिसाइडेड टू एक्सप्लेन. इसको आप गौर से देखिए कि जस्ट आप एक काम करना, आफ्टर द क्लास इज ओवर, चेक द यूएन लोगो ऑन गूगल इमेज एंड चेक द WHO लोगो ऑन गूगल इमेज and see the difference. There's a slight difference between these two. That is what you should be knowing. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now, so ये हो गया. Okay. Now let's come to the next question. The next question is The WHO, World Health Organization, has dash regional offices, 5, 6, 7, or 4. What is the right answer to this question? Actually, it is divided into regions, multiple regions, because of course it cannot have that one headquarters cannot control or cover all the entire country, entire world. So they have actually divided into some parts or some regional offices. So how many regional offices are there? Yes, there are 6 regional offices. Yes, Natasha and Arjnoor Kaur both right. B is the right answer to this question. And when you read the WHO, you will get to know on the Wikipedia that it is headquartered in Geneva. It has 6 regional offices. And only sovereign states are eligible to join. It means the members are only countries. Only countries can become the member. Because you'll find a lot of specialized agencies where even NGOs can become a member. Okay, but this is not the case in WHO. Okay, we have seen a lot of times the lot of international organizations is having different even non-government organizations being member. So you can say that it is a intergovernmental. Since nations only participate, it is called as intergovernmental organization. Intergovernmental. Why I'm explaining this? Because please see the CLAT 2021 question. This type of question was asked in the exam. They had discussed it. The XYZ is a, and they gave 4 options: non-governmental organization. Then another option was intergovernmental organization. ठीक है, इस तरह का they gave 4 options, and that is why you have to understand it. ठीक है, जब आप कोई चीज पढ़ रहे हो तो उसको समझ में आना चाहिए. So if it is written that it is a, देखो आप लिखा intergovernmental organizations, what does it mean? Intergovernmental, and you have to understand means inter means within the government, inter means different like interacting with other governments. So multiple governments, है ना? So governments of different nations are a part of it or are the members. That is what it means. So you can say that WHO is an example of intergovernmental organization. Is it clear? So these are very simple things, and these are when they are asked in the exam, actually people get confused what is non-governmental, what is intergovernmental. Okay, and that is why you should be knowing beforehand. Not in the examination hall, you are getting panicked by seeing these difficult words. So you have to be cool inside the exam. So your preparation should be up to the mark. That is the idea. पहले से आप prepare करोगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी. So I've told you that there are 6 regional offices. Is everything clear till now? अभी तक सब clear है? Yes or no? So these are 6 regional offices, and of course, so first they have written is Africa. So this one is actually, देखो अफ्रीका का मैंने पूरा नहीं, इतना को अफ्रीका मानते हैं लोग. Although technically, because this then this is America, ये वालों को अमेरिका में ले रहे हैं, ठीक है. Then Europe, so Europe I think पूरा यहाँ इसको पूरा यूरोप में कंसीडर कर ले रहे हैं. Then Eastern Mediterranean, so इसको जो है ना, इसको लोग they are calling it as Eastern Mediterranean. Okay. Then you can say Southeast Asia. So according to WHO's standard, तो green वाला है ना, this is Southeast Asia. And फिर है Western Pacific. So जो ये वाला है, last वाला देखा ना, Western Pacific. So this is they are defining it as Western Pacific. ये वाला जो light blue वाला है, this is what they are calling it as Western Pacific. ठीक है? This is slightly away from the reality because जब वो अफ्रीका लिख रहे हैं, अफ्रीका में बस कितना को कंसिडर कर रहे हैं? They are considering this one. But in reality, Africa includes this one, पूरा है ना, ये वाला अफ्रीका है. Okay. Similarly, when we talk about Southeast Asia is technically, this region is called as Southeast Asia. So I have planned a session on Monday, what we call it as ASEAN, Association for Southeast Asian Nations. Okay, Monday को 6 PM पे we'll be having a class. So when we read about ASEAN, we discuss this. पूरा Myanmar से लेके, this is called as Southeast Asia. But for WHO purpose, Southeast Asia is they are including India also, and excluding Indonesia. कुछ region को exclude कर, देखो ये Philippines exclude कर दिया, यहाँ पे Vietnam exclude कर दिया. So they have excluded those regions. So this is their standard of defining the regions. So 6 different regions. So now what can be asked in the exam? It can be asked, India lies in which region of WHO? So the answer is Southeast Asia. Although technically India is not in Southeast Asia. India is, when we talk about geography, we say that India is in South Asia. Okay? साउथ ईस्ट एशिया ये रीजन को कहते हैं, but for only for WHO purpose, always remember, only for WHO purpose, they have defined the map in a different way, and according to them, India lies in Southeast Asia region of WHO. Is it clear? इसका हेडक्वार्टर भी लिखा, देखो दिल्ली में इसका हेडक्वार्टर है, और ये वाला जो है वेस्टर्न पैसिफिक का, ये वाला है ना, वेस्टर्न पैसिफिक का, इट इज हेडक्वार्टर्ड इन मनीला, फिलीपींस, ठीक है। और ये जो येलो वाला है, दिस येलो वन इज ईस्टर्न मेडिटेरेनियन, हेडक्वार्टर्ड इन कैरो, इजिप्ट, ठीक है, लाइक दैट। फिर ये अमेरिका में, ये अमेरिका का है, आई थिंक ये न्यूयॉर्क या वाशिंगटन डीसी होगा, लाइक दैट। What type of government is United Nation will also be categorized as intergovernmental organization, because United Nation is a body which comprises of different governments as its member, ठीक है। So intergovernmental organization, so United Nation will also be there. Natasha, is it clear? It is not considered as non-government organization. It is generally considered as intergovernmental, although in some grouping of United Nations you can find NGOs there, but when it is asked what is United Nations, so the answer is intergovernmental organization, okay? Okay, is it clear? Is this concept clear? These are smaller concepts, but you should know it. छोटी छोटी चीजें होती है, लेकिन आपको पता होना चाहिए, ठीक है। I will discuss the headquarters, all 6 headquarters के बारे में हम discuss करेंगे कहाँ पे। So I think it's clear, and I hope I have tried to explain the concept of WHO. Yes. The next is, who is the Director General of WHO? This was very much in the news during COVID-19 lockdown. He was coming, giving interviews and all, and that is why in different exams this question was asked, especially during pandemic, because he was coming in the news again and again. That is why. Who is the Director General of WHO, and he belongs to which country? If you tell me that, I'll be very happy that you know it. I'm expecting everyone to answer because this is an easy question. He has been very much in the news. So Mr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. Yes, Natasha, you are right. And Michael Ryan is Deputy Director General. Deputy Director General. So DG. So yes, Arshnoor Kaur, you are also right. B is the right answer. Okay. And he's from which country? कौन से country से? Can anyone tell me? And who is option C? Option C कौन है? हाँ, अफ्रीका के कौन से कंट्री से आते हैं? टेड्रोस अधनॉम घेब्रेयेसस। अफ्रीका इज अ कॉन्टिनेंट, इन विच कंट्री ही बिलोंग्स टू? नगोजी ओकोंjo-Iweala इज एक्चुअली डीजी ऑफ WTO, वर्ल्ड ट्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ठीक है। सो टेड्रोस अधनॉम घेब्रेयेसस, he belongs to African country of Ethiopia. That is what you should be knowing. Okay, yes. So yes, you can see Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, and Deputy Director General is Michael Ryan. Geneva, Switzerland is the headquarter. है ना? So here is India. This is Africa, and this is Ethiopia, and the capital of Ethiopia is Addis Ababa. Here you will find the headquarter of African Union. This you should be knowing, and that is why Addis Ababa is also called as diplomatic capital of Africa. Okay, this you should be knowing. And Ethiopia is actually he belongs to Ethiopia, which is a country in Africa. Okay. Okay. Now I was talking about WTO. थोड़ा सा मैंने बताया है. So if you are interested in knowing more about WTO, World Bank, United Nations, so please watch this class. Here I have discussed about formation of World Bank, IMF, and WTO, World Trade Organization. So please watch the entire class, because I would suggest this is very important. So just search this on YouTube, Bretton Woods Career Launcher. So Bretton Woods Agreement signed in 1944. It is very famous and all. So please watch it, because there are questions that are asked from here. Okay, the next is World Health Day is on 7th April, 11th July, 9th April, 23rd April. What is the right answer? World Health Day कब मनाया जाता है? और अगर आप प्लीज सी द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन CLAT 2021, they had asked about days and themes at 2 places. So don't say कि sir days or themes important नहीं है. Of course it is important. World Health Day कब मनाया जाता है? And why? Why do we celebrate? Yes, Natasha, you're right. 7th April is celebrated as World Health Day because on this day in this year, WHO was established. So WHO was established on 7th April dash 1945, 1949, 1951, 1948. Yes, Natasha, you're right. This is the right answer. 7th April 1948, WHO was formed, and that is why on 7th April we celebrate World Health Day. This is very, very, very important. Okay. Yes, Ashnur Kaur, you're also right. Now, the question is, so let us talk about it. WHO was established on 7th April 1948, and it began its work on 1st September. Okay. So that is what you should be knowing. The next is, since we are talking about, I have told you that days and themes are asked in the exam. They have previously asked it. So again, they can repeat. So the question is, what is the theme of World Health Day 2025? Your options are my health, my right, healthy beginnings, hopeful futures, health is wealth, right to health, a fundamental right. What is the right answer? Theme of World Health Day this year is option B, healthy beginnings, hopeful future. So B is the right answer to this question. ठीक है, आप WHO के वेबसाइट पे जाओगे. It is yet to come, है ना? World Health Day, healthy beginnings, hopeful futures. ठीक है. My health, my right last year का था, 2024 का था. Yes, Natasha. So they'll not be asking of last year now. Most likely they will ask of 2025. Okay, healthy beginning, hopeful future. So B is the right answer to this question. Okay, the next is, which of the following is the parent organization of WHO? Trusteeship Council, UN Security Council, United Nations Economic and Social Council, UNESCO. UNESCO का full form, I hope you are aware, United Nations Education, Scientific, Cultural Organization. So what is the right answer? Yes, Natasha, you're right. UN ECOSOC Council, United Nations Economic and Social Council. In fact, UNESCO is also UNESCO's parent organization is also this. Okay, and this is one of the 6 principal organ of United Nations. So this is an organ of UN. In this class, if you have not watched it yet, please go and watch it. This is very, very, very important. इसको आप स्टार लगा लेना. So आपको करना कि YouTube पे जाना, first subscribe to our channel, then search this United Nations Career Launcher. You will get this video. Please watch it. I have discussed the 6 principal organ of United Nations here. Okay, 6 principal organs. One of the organ is UN ECOSOC, and under UN ECOSOC there are a lot of specialized agencies. Okay, so WHO is not an organ of United Nations. So organs I have discussed in this class. Please watch it. Okay. So UN ECOSOC is one of the organ, and under this UN ECOSOC, it is one of the 6 principal organ of United Nations. So if you read it, it is having 15 specialized agencies are under it. इसके अंडर में 15 specialized agency है, and one of them is WHO. Okay, so let me show. So these are the agencies, है ना? ये सारी जो specialized agencies हैं, these all are agencies which are under UN ECOSOC, United Nations Economic and Social Council. And this is one of the 6 principal organ, one of the 6 principal organ of UN. Okay, is it clear? I hope it is clear. Okay. तो जैसे आपने इसका नाम सुना होगा, फूड एंड एग्रीकल्चर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट ILO, IMF एंड वर्ल्ड बैंक. आई हैव मेड अ सेपरेट क्लास, ब्रेटन वुड्स क्लास, मैंने आपको बताया भी है ना. So that is also under UN ECOSOC. Similarly, UNESCO का नाम आपने सुना होगा, I'm sure you must have heard. This is also under UN ECOSOC, है ना. Then we have WHO is also there. Then WMO का नाम, at least WHO का नाम सुना. Currently we are talking about WHO. So that is what I am saying. WHO's parent organization is UN ECOSOC, which is one of the principal organ of United Nations, one of the 6 principal organ. And I have discussed here all the 6 principal organ. Please watch this and make notes out of it. This is important for every exam. Wherever GK and current affairs are asked, this is very, very important. ठीक है, ये एकदम इसको छोड़ना नहीं किसी भी हाल में इस वीडियो को. ठीक है, so that is why I am highlighting it, because that would be very, very helpful. Now let's talk about WHO. तो ये इसकी बिल्डिंग है, हेडक्वार्टर अभी हम डिस्कस, फॉर्मेशन 7 अप्रैल 1948. दैट इज व्हाई 7 अप्रैल इज सेलिब्रेटेड एज वर्ल्ड हेल्थ डे, है ना. Then here Geneva, Switzerland is the headquarter. Director General is Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus and parent organization is UN ECOSOC. ठीक है, so इतना आपको पता होना चाहिए, you should be knowing about. Okay, now let's talk about World Health Report, which is released by WHO. It was first published in the year 1995, and the reports are being published. So you have to tell me that this is a series of annual, biannual, biennial, quinquennial reports. Please tell me. And I always tell in the exam that if you qualify in exam, it is not only about knowledge, but also about how smart you are in the examination hall. ठीक है, so दोनों important होता है. Both are very important to ensure your success. And that is why I always say, whenever you read a question, if you are smart enough, then chances of getting right answer is very high. And please tell me what is the right answer. Now I'm giving you a hint. Even if you do not know it, still if you are smart, you can answer. Let me see how many of you can answer. Yes, I've got only one answer. What about others? I have told you it is not, this question is not of knowledge. This question, if you are smart enough, you can answer. So the right answer is A, annual. देखो, the reports were published every year. लिखा तो है. So annual मतलब every year. Biannual means which happens twice in 1 year, in a year. Biennial means once in 2 years. And quinquennial means once in 5 years. Yes, Natasha, Nashnur, Kaur, you both are right. A is the right answer. So sometimes answers are given in the question, but just you have to be smart enough to pick that. इस तरह पैसेज बेस्ड अभी इस साल लाइक क्लैट में जो क्वेश्चन आया था 2025 क्लैट एंड 2024, many questions were there in the passage, the answers to the questions. So if you are smart enough, you could have answered many questions. ठीक है, so 2025 का और 2024 का बहुत सारा क्वेश्चन था, you could have answered. ठीक है, with the help of just by reading the passage, it was there in the passage, many questions. So that is why I am emphasizing on this. And so World Health Report is a series of annual reports produced by WHO. Okay. So now the next one is, please read the question. And I would say this is also not very difficult question. Still, I'm sure you can answer it. We have discussed in earlier classes. So a public health emergency of international concerns, which is actually called as PHEIC, is a formal declaration of WHO of an extraordinary event which is determined to constitute a public health risk to other states through the international spread of disease, etc. So आपको ये बताना है कि till now how many PHEICs have been declared so far. This is one of the PHEIC was COVID-19 was also declared public health emergency of international concern. What are the others? So total कितना अभी तक declare किया जा चुका है PHEIC? The right answer is option C, 8. Okay, so let me show. And a public health emergency of international concern. Since 2005, there have been 8 PHEICs have been declared. पहला था 2009 में H1N1 swine flu, then polio, then we have Ebola, then Zika virus, then again Kivu Ebola, then 2022 to 2023 COVID-19. Then twice we have seen Mpox or monkeypox being declared. So these are 8 times it has been declared. PHEICs have been declared. Okay, तो ये आपको तो ये 2004 में डेवलप किया गया था पहली बार, उसके बाद से PHEICs वगैरह डिक्लेयर किया जाने लगा. So that is what you should be knowing, है ना. ये मैंने आपको बताया था हेडक्वार्टर्स, है ना, रीजनल हेडक्वार्टर्स. ठीक है, तो ये जैसे दिल्ली है, सो दिल्ली जो साउथ ईस्ट एशिया रीजन का इसका हेडक्वार्टर दिल्ली है. ठीक है, फिर ये कैरो है, कैरो अफ्रीका वाले इसका मेडिटेरेनियन का. ठीक है, सिमिलरली अमेरिका का ये वाला है ना, दिस इज वाशिंगटन डीसी. देन अफ्रीका की ये ब्राज़ाविल अफ्रीकन रीजन का. देन वी हैव कोपेनहेगन, ये वाला डेनमार्क की कैपिटल है यूरोप का. एंड देन वी हैव मनीला जो वेस्टर्न पैसिफिक रीजन का. सो दीज आर द हेडक्वार्टर्स. कैन यू ब्रिंग सेशन अप? Piyush, we had discussed last Saturday को the Hindu analysis में I had discussed, and that is why I have not come up with a class on India US meet, because last Saturday की class देखिएगा, आप डेट देख लीजिए. I had done the Hindu analysis. Just go to the live section of our YouTube channel where I had discussed about it. ठीक है, so that is why I have not brought a new session or separate session. ठीक है, so World Health Assembly होती है जिसमें all 194 members participate, world's highest health policy related body. और the World Health Assembly के जो chairperson है, his name currently is Dr. Hannan Muhammad Al Kuwairi from Kuwait. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. है ना? Okay, yes. और WHO has actually fought against a lot of diseases. इसमें एक सबसे बड़ा रोल smallpox का है. I hope you are aware. कभी ये क्वेश्चन आएगा, which is the first disease eliminated through vaccine? Eliminated through vaccine. If this question was asked, ठीक है, कभी का क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए, so you have to answer. The answer is a smallpox. ठीक है, and the name of the vaccine, actually the first person to create the vaccine of smallpox was Dr. Edward Jenner. ठीक है, so आपको थोड़ा सा पता होना चाहिए, because these are generally asked in the exams. So it is almost eliminated. I mean, it's almost eliminated now, or almost, I should not be saying, because it is believed that there is no smallpox now. Completely eliminated with the help of vaccines. Now, the next is, which of the following SDG talks about good health and well-being? Sustainable Development Goals. I have made a separate video on it, and I believe that you must be watching it. Sustainable Development Goals. Which of the following SDG talks about good health and well-being? SDG 4, SDG 3, SDG 7, SDG 8. Because since we are talking about World Health Organization, we must be talking about health as far as SDGs are concerned. What is the answer? Anyone? Yes, Natasha, you're right. SDG 3. So मैंने आपको बताया कि at least शुरू के top 4 SDGs याद रखिएगा. Yes, Arshnoor Kaur, you're also right. No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education. तो ये वाला है good health and well-being. So B is the right answer. And just go to the YouTube, our YouTube, and search this SDG Career Launcher. You will get this video. ये भी must watch है. अगर इतना भी नहीं कर पाए तो ये पूरा SDG रट लीजिएगा. Prominent ones, I'm not saying all, but prominent ones you can read, है ना. शुरू के 4-5 याद कर लीजिएगा. और जैसे ये वाला है SDG 10, you can remember. Then climate आजकल काफी न्यूज में रहता है. So SDG 13 you can remember. ठीक है, so these are the prominent ones. If you can remember, it's very great. Okay, so SDG के बारे में इससे पहले कौन था? What was the precursor of SDG? What are the goals, targets, and all? We have discussed in this class. Okay, now the question is why Donald Trump or the USA is deciding to withdraw from WHO. ठीक है. So I am showing the official document, their official position. So so that you will get to know what are the reasons they have cited. So first of all, if you have not watched the class on Donald Trump, you can watch. And ये search करना, you will get to know about the oath taking of Donald Trump. Where in the oath taking he had talked about कि I will come out of WHO and all. So he's the 47th president. ये पूछते हैं exam में. He's the dash president, 46, 44, 45, like that. So you should know 47. Okay. So this you should be knowing. Then I had made the process of elections pay, hai na? So there are two parties and all. That is what you should be knowing. Now, so here's the document, executive order withdrawing the United States from the WHO. Okay, so executive order 28th January 2025. So we will see their official document. First thing, I mean, I'm not going in that detail, बहुत PhD research नहीं करना है, but you should know the basic thing. First thing they have said, कि WHO has not handled the COVID-19. So mishandling of COVID-19, that is what United USA says. That WHO को ठीक से नहीं handle किया गया, that arose from Wuhan, China, and other global health crisis. It's failure. So they say that it is a failure to adopt urgent means WHO was not successful enough to handle it properly. That is what they say. Inability to demonstrate independence and all, and inappropriate political influence of WHO members and all. दूसरी जो चीज है, they say कि we are being unfairly onerous payments from the United States. Means China with a population of 1.4 billion dollar has 300% of population of US. Yes, yet contribute to 90% of the WHO. यानी US की triple population है China की. So China's population is almost triple. 300% मतलब ये हुआ. But still, actually, China's donation to WHO is very less, 90% less than US. तो इस तरह का डेटा है. Just search on Statista. It's a very good website. तो इसमें मैंने देखा था US is the largest contributor to WHO. तो अगर आप देखोगे, and that is why the Donald Trump was earlier also talking about withdrawing from WHO, even in his first term. ठीक है. So when he was from 2017 January to 2021 January, he was the president. So at that time also he was not happy with WHO. तो अगर आप देखोगे तो जैसे ये स्टैटिस्टिका के वेबसाइट पे था, यूएस का इतना बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है, दे आर फंडिंग दिस मच टू WHO, द वॉलंटरी कंट्रीब्यूशंस. चाइना देखो कहीं भी नहीं, जर्मनी, देन बिल इन द गेट्स फाउंडेशन, देन गावी, एंड गावी इज एन अलायंस, वैक्सीन नेटवर्क अलायंस, यूरोपियन कमीशन, यूरोपियन यूनियन से इसका रिलेशन है, इट हैज रिलेशन विद यूरोपियन यूनियन, देन यूके, कनाडा, रोटरी इंटरनेशनल. सो वही अमेरिका की शिकायत यही है कि वी आर एक्चुअली, आवर पॉपुलेशन इज 1/3 that of China. China is triple our population, and their spending or donation to WHO is 90% less than USA. So they say that it is unfair. So that is why we are withdrawing it, or because we have to pay a lot to WHO now. So ये main reason यही है, यही दो main reason है. हाँ, so that is why United Nations intends to withdraw from the WHO and all. ठीक है. So that is what is being talked about. इसमें और detail नहीं जाना है. We are not going in that detail. हाँ, so we'll take appropriate actions. Okay. I'm just checking it if there is anything important. तो मेरे ख्याल से देखो, that is what the idea is. ठीक है. This is the main thing. Now एक चीज और मैं बताना चाहता हूँ, that is called as CBDR, common but differentiated responsibility. Now आप एक साइड से ये कह सकते हो कि USA why is USA basically actually idea is कि developed nations and developing nations should not be treated equally, है ना. इसी को कहते हैं CBDR, common but differentiated responsibility. The developed nations have more responsibility because they have already become rich, they have extracted natural resources, they have caused environment damage, etc., etc., and all. And that is why we cannot say that developed nations and developing nations should be at same pedestal, and they should say कि अगर वो नहीं कर रहा तो हम भी नहीं करेंगे, something like that. And in this class I have explained, because ये class जरूर देखिएगा. And the environment में CBDR का बहुत रोल होता है, common but differentiated responsibility का. Environment में हुआ, trade negotiations में हुआ, because this is how where the developing and developed nations are on opposite sides. कि भाई developing nation says that developing and developed nations should not be treated equally, है ना. दोनों को बराबर से नहीं ट्रीट करोगे, because developed nations already develop हो चुका है ना. So when we are talking about controlling pollution, developed nations have more responsibility, है ना, as compared to developing nations. Similarly, when it comes to trade, we should give more benefit to developing nations as compared to developed nations. Equal नहीं treat किया सकता developing और developed nations को, because developed nations have already got developed. ठीक है. इसीलिए जब ये बात हो रही थी ना कि tariff की भी बात हो रही थी, when we are talking about that tariff and all, that Donald Trump has said we will put tariff after tariff, but developed nations and developing nations should not be treated equally. That is the idea. Because developing nations अभी develop कर रहा है, so it may be imposing some of the tariffs to protect its local industry. That might not be the case in developed countries, because developed countries have already got developed. They have developed industries, everything is on the good stage, है ना. So ये frictions होते रहते हैं, इसलिए मैंने कहा CBDR जरूर पढ़िएगा, and this is very very important. Please read about that, है ना. इस वीडियो में मैंने बताया भी है, please watch that. Okay, एक मैं homework दे रहा हूँ. The homework is after the class is over, you have to write A1, A2 and A3. ये numbers of members पूछना है. This is the question. So collegium to appoint a Supreme Court judge has how many members? Collegium for appointing a High Court judge has how many members? है ना. And collegium for High Court judge transfer, ये तीनों Supreme Court की collegium I am saying, ठीक है. The collegium of Supreme Court to appoint a Supreme Court judge, how many members? Collegium of Supreme Court to appoint High Court judge, how many members? Collegium of Supreme Court to transfer a High Court judge, how many members? अब इसका आंसर कहाँ मिलेगा? So I have already explained, ये search करना and you will get this video. Please watch it, star mark it. This is very 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 important. I have discussed all the three cases: first judge's case, second judge's case, third judge's case, and explained how the appointment transfer of a High Court judge or a Supreme Court judge happens. So there is no transfer of a Supreme Court judge. There is only a transfer of a High Court judge. So how it happens? अगर आपने नहीं देखा, please go and watch it. Make notes out of it. This is very very helpful in any exam. So this is all about today's class. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.